Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and I hope you enjoy what you see and hear and my particular brand of content. If you're returning, I'm so happy to see you because it means that most likely I'm doing something right and you've come back to see what else I have to offer. So very welcome to everyone. Hope this is finding you and yours in good health. Now, when I started this, and you can see my statement of intent, it's my first vlog. Please go and check it out if you haven't. I did say that I wasn't yet going to be trying to work this out to a schedule, just to give me time to, find myself and center properly. But I guess like anything else you enjoy, you find you want to do more and more. And I was getting in the groove of doing it weekly. So just to those of you who are following me on this journey in real time and were looking for something last week, I do apologize that I didn't get one out because I've created that expectation. Not just for you, but for myself as well. I think if you try to get things in a regular rhythm, you're more likely to do it for a lot longer. So I will try to get back there. And a couple of the reasons I didn't get one out were I had some household misadventures, which I'll share a couple with you now. I guess that would come under the misadventures of a family man, maybe. We'll work on that title. One of them was there was some work done not too far outside my house some time ago. You always see these trucks pull up and start digging up the ground. And here there's a lot of accountability here as in the UK. And you can always go and see who's doing what, where and why. And I'm sure wherever you live, if any public works are going on, there is a place that you can find out. It's your right to call up and ask a question. Yeah, why are you digging up my road? But they would do some electric works. And then very soon after that, I noticed we were getting this flickering of the light. Now, when you watch those movies and people are going through like CD halls, the light is always flickering. I just thought, what is up with that? Somebody changed the bulb or something. But here it happened for the whole house at first. Just, we're talking like once every like half hour you get a little flicker. And then that stopped, but it remained in this room. So it made the lighting all messed up. So I had to decide if I was going to invest in some more lighting as sooner rather than later, or just try and investigate light more. But it turns out, I think the flickering of the supply must have affected the bulb, because I wouldn't think of a bulb as slowly damaging, but that appears to be what's happened. So it was flickering more and more frequent till one time it just went. But I've changed the bulb and touch wood, everything seems to be fine. And one day I'm going to investigate where that touch wood expression comes from, but let's not digress too much. So that was one reason. Obviously that doesn't stop you, because you can always move things around, try it on your phone. But I think once you've got a setup you're working on, you want to sort of keep that general ethos, let's say. But obviously when we're able to go out and about again, I'll probably be armed with a selfie stick and do my pieces to camera from there. So that's one good thing. That's an easy one that was sorted. The other one is those plastic air fresheners. You'll find that if you have young kids, especially boys, I've got two, currently a 5 and a 6-year-old. We'll talk about that another time too. But somehow the plastic air freshener went missing from the side of the toilet, and the toilet stops flushing as it would. Now, I'm not going to go into too much information, but if any of you have been through that already, you know that that's just not a simple grab the plunger situation. Oh my gosh. So of course there is a point before you get to that where you're denying the possibility that this thing has happened. You're just thinking, oh, maybe it's just too much toilet paper will flush down, or nothing to worry about. But the thing is missing, it's not around, your kid has been in there. So you accept the fact that it's lodged somewhere inside. You of course try and get your plunger, realize maybe you don't have the one that has the proper shape. You're pumping away is nothing but fluff. So then the next stage was, you always have something in the house you can mix up, whether you go for your, I think it's vinegar and bicarbonate of soda, or just some chemical that flushes the drains. That doesn't happen. Did a trip to a hardware store. Well, I wasn't sure if I should mention it, but yeah, of course, over here there's like B&Q is like a real famous one. It has the same colors as I forget the store in the States, but I'll find out. But anyway, it's like a one-stop shop for anything in your house. I asked them for their strongest drain cleaner. They gave me a yellow bottle which feels very cold to the touch and has all kinds of warnings everywhere. And the guy says, put it in there, wait 24 hours. It should help push away what's going on. I should tell you that if you're in the UK and you go and see that same bottle, right after you pour it in, you might then read on the warnings it says do not pour down the toilet. But I think that is more to do with the fumes that come from it. So obviously just make sure you're well ventilated and windows are open, and if you can, put your face mask on. There's lots of them around because in these COVID times, and the eye protection, of course. But that didn't help anyway. So, it didn't help with the particular problem. It may have cleared things, moved on a bit. So I did also call because I have this emergency cover, but it's not quite an emergency. So they'd come out. They have their own sort of long, I call it a pulley grabber thingy, but essentially it's a pole that can go around corners, so go up through a U-bend and basically grab anything that it can reach. Now, of course, in this situation, it's past the U-bend and going down into the drain. Riveting stuff this, but stay with me. So the guy says, actually it's gone too far for anything to grab, and I can't see it from the bottom end, as in where it all flows outside the house. So he's saying that they need to come back with like a miniature camera to put down there. Of course, there's a part of you that goes, come on man, it seems a bit much surely. So bit of googling and stuff, and it turns out there's this injection plungers, so that's the next thing I'm gonna try. I think in my heart I know that I'm gonna have to pay a guy to come and do it properly, and I don't know what they do, some magic, but you try what you can, isn't it? So I'm gonna try the injection plunger next, and then we'll see how that goes. And if anybody's had this before, just comment, let me know how you got rid of it. But so far, just looking around, I've seen one person ask if this thing will push the plastic thing away, but I guess the bigger problem is what it might be stuck in. I might just be unlucky that it's sort of just gone sideways and blocked. Anyway, that's enough of my plumbing woes, but all of that was happening last weekend in addition to Valentines. So that's part of why I did the one. I just thought, you know what, let's just let that weekend ride. Valentine's is something I thought I'd make mention of. I know it's always been a kind of bittersweet holiday because back in the day, well, I said back in the day, a few years ago, when it was really focused on your significant other, it kind of left people who've been either lonely or just happened to have broken up or just not with anyone like that. It left you a bit sad. But I think in recent years, people have come to appreciate that you can be your own Valentine's. If you're yourself, buy yourself a nice gift, make yourself feel good, whatever makes you feel good, whether it's going for a walk in a garden or something, and love yourself. And it's also been extended to family, just people that you enjoy, whose company bring you joy. Now, as a young man, when I was first living on my own, I wasn't always with someone significant at Valentine's Day, but I did enjoy just meeting up with anyone who was available and going for a nice meal as well, just reconnecting on that level. And I know that there have always been people who think it's total rubbish. Everybody says over commercialized and this sort of thing. And I want to say that's okay, because there are a lot of people whose livelihood depend on Valentine's. Mostly the flower producers, not people that buy and resell. a lot of people that have to buy a lot of seedlings from months ago and get them working, and flowers bring a lot of people joy, so they're providing a service, and they make the bulk of their money for the year at Valentines, so not even Christmas and Easter, because everybody's buying other things. And I think it's fine that there is a whole lot of products that have been built around this I don't know what to call it. It's not a holiday, it's an event. And there's nothing wrong with that, because I think after you pass a certain age, you realize that actually, whatever economy that you live in needs for regular people to buy things that they don't need to keep this going. That's the stuff that people pay taxes on, that allows your respective governments to fix the roof on your kids' school. So, if we only stuck to the things that we need, never bought what we want, you find very little gets done in your wherever you live. So it doesn't matter if you have X amount of pretty underwears. If you can, buy another one. Doesn't matter if you've bought this perfume or whatever it is for your significant other, or cologne. Men like gifts too, ladies. Let me just tell you, go buy another one. Enjoy. If you feel like, your partner hasn't had this thing that in a while that is nice to have, not needed but nice to have, go get it. Support your local economy. And if you have a local manufacturer or producer, I don't know what you'd call people who grow flowers, I guess they're producing the flowers, but anyway, those things that it's a small family business and you can afford to spend a little with them, please do, especially post-COVID. I really should have said this before Valentine's, but it's not too late. If you didn't buy anything for Valentine's, buy something for post-Valentine's. So from the business side of things, I think it's a good event. It's not quite a holiday, but I think I personally like to participate in celebrations of any kind. It might be my Nigerian side, because I think just anecdotally on a cultural level, one of the things I did notice when I moved from Nigeria to Barbados, another blog, I'll explain all that stuff, but I noticed even as a child, I could tell that Nigerians celebrate a lot more, as in just any kind of achievement, whether it's passing some serious exams to buying a car, just any reason to gather and enjoy, whichever way you can. It doesn't have to be a big celebration if it's just, bring a bottle type of thing. Whereas when I went to Barbados, I did notice it was more of the bigger things that would get celebrated, not your everyday. I guess maybe it's a throwback to the whole colloquial English thing of not wanting to show off too much. But I think within my own family, I think we definitely raised the occurrences of celebrations and gatherings when we moved in Barbados, and now it's a regular thing. But yes, I will stop here, just because, as I said, I want to keep these not going on too long. But I think what I will do is maybe make a continuation of this, just talking more about the niceties of celebrations and Valentine's. And we'll talk then. Okay, so comment and let me know how you've handled your various mishaps and and changing of bulbs and flushing down of air fresheners and such like, and maybe something else that I haven't yet talked about that you think, ooh, this one is a real pain, something that seems like it's a quick fix but not quite. Anyways, I will close off here and wish you a lovely week, and hopefully I haven't ammed and ahed too much. I may attempt to do this ending again, because I realize that I'm losing myself a bit, but I'm kind of challenging myself to do it in one take. Well, not the first time, let's say in one go. Anyways, enjoy, take care, and keep smiling.